So this, okay, yeah, I want to read this, and it's good context for the Twitch peeps, okay? So this group called UCEC, which I'm a part of, hosted an event called ICE Invitational, and this is the game that my school's team could have actually won. The others teams were D5 and higher, but this one was near our level. Okay, so you guys are collectively what, like platinum diamond range-ish? Or what have you. Good, you run away. It's interesting that we can see text chat. So we got a bronze, gold, a plat. So you basically are playing. You're basically playing a solo queue game when all is said and done. I mean, you have a bronze player and a gold player mixed in there. Or 2 gold players mixed in there. You're essentially just playing solo queue, but it's like super weighted matchmaking. Odds of you winning in a team environment, if people, and I'm doing this just to keep it real for you, okay, Darkness? You should be viewing these games as an opportunity to just play and strengthen your gameplay as opposed to an opportunity to actually win. You say these guys are near your skill level, that's great. I don't, you know, if they're actually closely matched to you in skill, that's great. I'm just saying in general, if you ever get in a situation where it's like a bunch of diamonds versus, you know, bronze, plat, whatever, your goal is to just improve your laning. Because at that, I mean, the reality is you're not gonna win. Like, you're just not. It's not possible unless the guys that you're playing against are all drunk and high. Like, just skill disparity alone. Neace, how do you go about finding a reliable duo when none of your friends play League? It's taken me years to find any duos. NHK, or I'm sorry. Sporadic, thank you for subbing. Make sure to drop sub hype train. When I was playing versus the Master Challenger mids, I found some shit I do horde, and it was an awesome experience. Yeah, that's what's cool. That's what's cool about like doing tournaments in general. Here's the key, and you know your replay is kind of unique in that we're seeing a 5v5. Type of game, and I wanted to just touch on this. With any game, the faster you can get your ass beat, like, okay, what you'll hear a lot in forums, like if you go on like Summoner School, or even if you're playing, like, have you ever been playing like a normals game or something, or maybe someone plays a ranked game against a Smurf, and then as soon as they lose, they cry about how the other team has Smurfs on it or something. Most of the time, that seems to me, that seems kind of retarded, because the fastest way to improve in a game, in anything, in my opinion, is to just get your ass beat. A la Dark Souls, that's all I could think in my brain, right? You just get your ass beat, handed to you, crushed over and over again. And yes, you will get beat for a long time. But how fast you're gonna, like, how fast you grow as a player, you need to face the best, in my opinion. I think that playing against bad players for a long time can make you have some really bad habits. Yep, exactly. So you're, I think you're on the right track. Oop, I just get rid of my own camera. I think you're on the right track there, in that, you know, these types of events, you can play against better players and get a nice feel for, like, okay, how good or bad am I? What are you starting? Crofton pot? Okay, cool. I think you're fucking up not auto-attacking that creep and trying to get level 2 at the same time. Letting him get level 2. I mean, he misses his Q because he's a monkey, but make sure that you're just focusing on getting level 2 around the same time or slightly ahead. It's just better. And then maybe you could have taken a snappy or trade. Like, as soon as you spike level 2, you could essentially just, well, yeah, you could essentially just walk up in W because your W range is pretty huge, and you might be able to catch him before he gets level 2. Or you could just E towards him, slow him, and then do a quick burst trade. Because versus Veigar, if you can hit level 2 and jump in like that and trade, you pretty much chunk him out of lane. You won't have to worry about him. I think that you could potentially... What's our mana cost? 90? You could potentially E that Q if you want. As long as you're landing on like some minions or trying to land on Veigar as well. Just to avoid taking too much damage. Because a lot of this, for me, a lot of this type of lane is just making sure we have enough HP to go in. Or to encourage our jungler to do a 2v2. But it's okay. I'm just splitting it. This is a pretty break-even lane right now because you know, it's Veigar Fizz. There's not much you can do really until you hit 6. I definitely do want you looking for a level 2 attempt to trade if you can. I mean, this is like essentially 5s, so you could get cheesed doing that, but I don't know. I wouldn't be too scared. See, that's what I was saying with the E jump in. Is that if we do it on level 2 and he's level 1, we essentially chunk him out of lane and we wouldn't have gotten caged, right? The other thing, let me watch this again. Auto. I think you... I honestly, I feel like you E'd too quickly there. I think you're just mashing your keys without thinking. Yeah, I think you could have snuck in a couple more autos and waited for the cage and then decide what you want to do with the E. Because I don't see why you would E preemptively when you have plenty of time to react to cage like the animation. This isn't like, you know, this isn't like a fucking Pantheon stun or something that you have to guess. He's throwing the cage out there. Let's talk about the spot. I E after I Q to keep him from hitting me while I wait for the tag fully mark. Yeah, well there, I mean matchup specifically, you don't want to just spaz with your, you want to just kind of lay into him with autos for a little bit until you see the cage and then make the choice. As for this is just really sloppy by you. You're holding E for some reason here. And you basically get caged for free, which I'm not a big fan of. I like the attempt on the Evelyn though. I really like how you shifted focus like ASAP. I think that was a decent move, but you can't, as Fizz, you cannot get caged for free. That's going to be a big theme of this matchup in general. Comma K's, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. 8 months in a row. Thank you. Sub hype train for that guy. Like, you have to avoid cage at all costs. And this is why I'm kind of sad about that situation. Yeah, we trade double exhaust, but we're pretty much gimped now. I'm sad about that situation because when you get caged, you're gonna get chunked out. And that fucking stinks. Because as an assassin, you really want to keep up with XP. And if you get pushed out of lane early, it's gonna make our game a little harder to execute. So when I say avoid E, I'm just saying you need to be aware that it's an option. And instead of trying to trade in that spot, like if you see the cage is gonna hit you, just E away from it. You know he's not caging for no reason, by the way, too, with Evelyn jungle. Like if he's going to try to cage you, that means that Evelyn's coming like 9 times out of 10. I mean, a cage means any jungler is probably coming. But in general, with an invis champ, like if you just see him randomly spaz out on you, then you can put 2 and 2 together and be like, yeah. And the other thing, and you're talking about team format, another thing that I noticed too in team games is that people play more face up. You don't see people playing as reckless in lane. If you notice, you guys are playing pretty stable. Veigar's not spazzing out. What I find is that when people play as a team, they tend to play more seriously, so that the lines of aggression are normally more telegraphed because no one wants to make an ass of themselves in front of their own social group. So that just kind of to belabor the point, like, if he steps forward offensively, randomly, you know it's a gank. Like, just with random fives, like, you know, like, or I'm sorry, solo queue, could be a guy spazzing, but in ranked fives, like, it's normally him playing with the gank in mind. Okay? Because people just don't want to... People don't want to make themselves look bad in front of their friends. So the shit that you'll see dumbasses do in solo queue, they're not going to do it in a... in ranked. Oh, did I have the wrong... Yeah. You're not going to see it in ranked format. Or, I'm sorry, fives format. What is this roam? Roam without summoners is trash. Don't do that. Roam without summoners or 6 is garbage by you. I'm gonna go back to when you did it. You shoved the lane in. Just... Yeah, you're never getting this, by the way. This is just another one of those situations. You're, like, never getting this. Trin was saying he was baiting. Yeah, but that's retarded. Like, you're level 5 without sums. You could accomplish just as much with this move here. Where you just duck into the fog and move up. So, like, you duck into the fog and move here. You can basically, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. If you think you're actually going to get a kill here, you're normally not going to be getting a kill here. And all you're doing by moving up at Tryndamere is in a ranked 5s are going to communicate and say that you're roaming. So there's no way you're getting that kill. Not without 6 anyways. 6 you might have a chance. 6 and flash you might have a chance. Because of, you know, ranged engage or whatever. But you see what I mean? Like, they're always going to back up. Should be in lane farming to get golden 6, yeah. Yeah, basically that roam means that you're going to miss XP. And you're going to be in kind of a shitty position. Like, he could... See, if he was good, he could step in here, like, a lot sooner and just flat, like, zone you. Like, step into this space. Like, he gave you this window. But technically, he could have pushed this faster and just sat here and cut you off. And you were saying that you're facing, like, Masters Challenger players. Dumb roam like that, when you go up to this point without any kill potential, without summoners, Masters Challenger player is going to see that, and he knows that he has level lead, and he's literally going to stand right here, and he's going to play like a fucking goalkeeper, and he's going to make you have to move all the way around here. And so, in some instances, if Evelyn wants to be sneaky, Evelyn's going to rotate down with him, and they're going to collapse on you because they could see your jungler's top. They're going to just collapse on you and take the level lead 2v2. That's why roaming is really trash here, because you're just opening yourself up to a situation where A, you're never going to get anything done, B, you're going to miss some XP, and C, you're going to allow yourself to get checkmated because you're already behind after the gank. We opened ourselves up to disadvantage too because we got caught in the cage in lane, but you see how, like, you moving up to the side is just going to open us up to a lot of bullshit at a higher level. Obviously they're not going to do that, but I'm just saying, like, it makes a roam back a little scary. Good that you dodged the cage. Let's talk about the execution of this. How close were we to 6? Pretty sure if you don't roam, you're 6 here, by the way. It's very close. And this is a free kill at this point. And then, yeah, as for mouse input, I was just going to say, essentially, yeah, you're supposed to click here and basically stand there and then E over, and I'm pretty sure you can get the slow, but the way you path'd, that little juke, forces you to miss the opportunity to get the slow. That actually kills your play, I think. It would have been close. Good all in. I was just gonna say it. Because he just flashed in front of you, right? I don't know what the fuck his cage is. I'm assuming, by the way, that Evelyn's coming too, or was at least thinking about ganking. I wouldn't be surprised she pops her head in, but like you don't care at this point, I would hope. Really bizarre. What was that? You need to, you're playing, I'm gonna assume that you're communicating. Thanks, lack of name. I'm gonna assume that you're communicating because it's fives. You can't be afraid of a gank because your HP is too high. You'll have enough for Playful Trickster here in a moment anyway. And even if you don't, Evelyn can't kill you in that many minions. I don't know where you're going. You might as well just tell Trinomir to go and do his Gromp or hold off on blue so you can get the wave pushed in. I don't like this. I would rather get the tower, or I'd rather get the tower damage than run over here and miss the XP. Blue buff doesn't do anything for us at the moment. You were just gonna back anyways after. That is all XP that we missed. Look how low Evelyn is. See, she couldn't gank us. I wanted to get that under tower. So next time, just stay in an auto because you knew you weren't in kill range to Evelyn 1v1 because you had enough HP to survive. Yeah, this is really good for us. He just keeps getting hit by the fish. Same thing. You need to push first. Yeah, focus on pushing, dude. Don't get in this habit of. That's actually okay. Like a half push is okay. You don't have ult here though, and you're getting kind of crazy. Instead, I think you should just be resetting in a lot of cases because there was nothing that you could do. These guys were dead, and you want to snowball mid. And that's kind of why we say reset, is because we could get our items and be in the position to do that. I just want you to be in position faster. The faster you're back in mid with your power spike, the faster you get positioned to assassinate people, the faster you can kill your lane again. That's what I'm concerned about. This is pretty much my go-to advice when people play assassins, is that I want you in a position where if your lane's weak like this guy is, I want you basically either killing him, getting him under tower, and killing his team. So if you can kill him over and over again and feed off of him, that's great. And if you're big enough after you get the kill that you can push the lane under tower, that's also A+ shit. Yeah, we're getting close to that 1K subs, guys, for the GP account. Very excited. 5 new emotes for the community, man. And we already got a crazy amount of emotes. Yeah, that's a free kill. That guy's just inting. There's absolutely no reason why you should path this way as opposed to, in my opinion, as opposed to this way, personally. Jimmy Fallon, thanks for the sub, buddy. Love seeing the new subs. Thank you. Keep them coming, guys. Make sure to link your Discord, dude. This is lazy pathing by you because you should know in that position that you're pretty big. You're level 9. And I'm looking, like, watch, as you get the kill. This is why I'm saying this. I see Veigar, right? He wants to follow. This is actually perfect for you. So he wants to follow. Your goal is to come around here because you already know in a ranked 5s environment, these guys aren't just going to sit here and take it, dude. You have to go around them after you get that kill. I knew he was strong and would go into them, which meant right side out. Hey, what up, Works, buddy? Big fan here, dude. But you got to understand that you're right in that they are stronger, but at the same time, you just want the flank here, and then you can decide what you want to do. You're so big now that you're just trying to get as many kills that you can, while the lane phase is still kind of going on. Because if the more Yeah, basically, you're preempting the fact that once you kill Evelyn, you don't have to worry about a 3v3, and now you can just collapse and close. Okay, and we know that this guy's behind us. Bad, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Magic Mike, dude. All these subs coming in, guys, thank you so much. Bad 614, dude. Getting so close to that 1K sub. Gank comes out. We avoid it. If you had a ward trinket... Okay, you didn't. Yeah, it's easy money. Okay, they're coming for you, so you can't push. Good. You drew pressure. That's good. Honestly, I think at that point you should just reset without fish. Because you have no kill potential at the moment. I don't see it. I'm looking at this because we have 5 people that we can wheel and deal with. I think that without some sort of, like, if Shen has ult, maybe you could do something. But there was no way you could wave clear there. Yeah, GP to Master start unranked. What the fuck? By the way, your comp makes no fucking sense. If you ever play ranked 5s with these guys again, I know it's just like college games or whatever. Like, if you ever play with these guys again, here's one little side note. In solo queue, you can't control it. In ranked 5s, you have some sort of option, okay? You're playing Fizz, which means that as the game goes, you will have no wave clear at all. You'll have no way to wave clear. You have Shen. This would be a good opportunity to have a champion like fucking GP. I'm trying to think of who some other good wave clear tops. You could have Lissandra top. I can't think of any good wave clear tops right now. Even fucking Teemo with shrooms. Like, I just anything that could get us Gragas top even. I mean, just anything that's gonna have some sort of fucking wave clear. Okay, I don't know so much about, I mean, I guess Rumble's okay, but even he kind of struggles wave clearing because he exposes himself to do it. But any wave clear, because you have Tryndamere and Shen, so Fizz probably is not going to be the best pick later in the game because you're not going to have any wave clear to go with it. That's why I was saying, like, a GP top just like passively farming up here would have been great, because then if you could find a guy that could play something like that, the reality is he, like, once the game scales up, you can go to the side. Like, okay, this is my thought. So we don't really have a win condition right now other than hope to just get like a pentakill, okay, or pick people off in transition to chase your Tryndamere around the map. But with ranked 5s, and like we can control some of the comps a little bit with being like, yo man, you should play this, right? And the guy may or may not do it, but you'll have some sort of chance to change the fucking to change the composition. If you're fed, ideally it would be nice for you to go off to a side lane and hide in the bushes. What you see a lot of assassin players do is once they get big, they just kind of wait for people to try to farm and look to pick them off. You're kind of stuck in mid right now, and it's the only option because you don't have any other way to discourage people from taking tower because you have no wave clear. The only way you can discourage people from taking the tower is just by threatening to kill them, which isn't really reliable, in my opinion. Good all in. What did you just do? How did you just play that? Seems like you didn't keep it very simple. You blew that guy up way faster than you wanted to. And Tryndamere's farming a scuttle. Let me look at this again. My only thing about this is, in this particular situation, without flash, it's a little risky to be making this play. And the other thing is, once you're kind of in there like this, escaping's fine, but like, look, I think the max range fish is plenty, dude. Not even really max range, but the extra auto may have gotten you killed, maybe. But I was looking more for like a Q through him, but it's really hard. This is just an unfortunate fight. Also, Tryndamere derping out, farming the fucking scuttle while you're making picks is just... Yeah, he's not awake there. Also, yeah, the targeting, it's another good option too. Hold on. Do we see Lucian? Yeah. You could try, I mean... We say that he can ult Lucian, but in reality, he can't, technically. I just think you guys weren't on the same page. Like, Tryndamere's AFK... Like, he should be pushing a fucking objective with this bullshit Tryndamere jungle. And this is kind of why I say these matches with, like, ranked 5s just get really solo QE anyways when everyone's in different skill ranges. But, like, he's just sitting here AFK farming a scuttle instead of drawing... fucking pressure anywhere. But we say that we can ult Lucian, but we really can't, because if we try to ult him, he's just going to dash. Then we whiff fish. Ulting Veigar is fine. I think a perfectly played situation would be that essentially you just ult Veigar and try to E through him, and then, or I'm sorry, Q through him and then get out if he doesn't react fast enough. There, he obviously is going to throw his cage up, and then you would just have to E away, essentially. But going in commits you to a fight, and you don't have... it says that you have ultis up, but you don't. Zomanitsu, thanks for subbing, buddy. I wonder how close we are to 1K. This says that we have ults up, but I know for a fact that Shen and Sona have no ults. So that's the other thing that we can consider too, is like, you are trying to make a pick without any sort of ults to fall back on, and without any sort of map pressure to fall out on. Assassins, and there's a reason why I don't fuck around with assassins too much, is because I've never done like 100 game to diamond with like an assassin, unless you count fucking Wukong, right? But the things that you got to remember with assassins is that in order for you to put yourself in the middle of picks and things that are around enemy teams, you have to consider whose ults are up, what sums you have, how am I going to get out after I do this, and all of that shit. We don't have Zhonya's, we don't have Flash, we don't have a Shen ult, we don't have a Sona ult, we don't have split push power here. We're just missing a lot of things going for this pick off that mean that if we get caught, we don't have a bailout, okay? I hope you understand what I'm saying. We have nothing to bail us out. If Shen has ult and Lucian turns on us, Shen's gonna ult and go, no, Lucian, you can't deny me this. Pick and escape. I have no Sona ult, so Sona can't help me get out of this. I have no Tryndamere pushing, so let's say we get wiped, I'm not even going to get a tower for it. Do you see how all these considerations need to be taken into account before you can go onto this Veigar? I actually don't mind you throwing the fish on him and trying to keep a quick pick, but again, without Flash and without any ults to follow up on, or to follow up on it, it gets really scary really quick. And this is tragic, right? Like, the guy immediately turns on you with red buff, Blade of the Rune King, you've blown all your escapes, Sona has no ult, and then you're just stuck in a shitty situation. If Sona has an ult, you're out. You're totally out here. But unfortunately, because we weren't keeping our mental APM up, we missed this opportunity to get a quick pick. Also, this Tryndamere is a fucking idiot, but idiot or not, it doesn't matter, because you need to be aware that he's not pushing. Jesus Christ, just suicide into him. Try Grugan. My hair is looking good, dude. If you Q through Veigar with W active instead of autoing, could have gotten out. Yeah, it's possible that he might have been able to sneak out, but it was such a quick burst that I don't blame him. That's hard to read. That Veigar was just gonna explode. That PX cut. That's exactly what it is too. I just went to the base and I was like, I want a $12 haircut. I don't want some stylist charging $60 for some fucking Californication haircut. So the long story short with that situation, my friend, is to just, in the future, only go for the pick if you have some sort of bailout in your mind, okay? No flash, no Sona ult, no Shen ult, no, you know, no split push. And just to be clear, again, it's because this replay system has goofy cooldowns that run when you stop it. So you're pushing while Tryndamere splits. That's good. You're getting collapsed on, though, and you need to leave. Yeah, no, see, you guys overstayed right there pretty hard. I'll show you. Tower's taken, right? Make your quick pick attempts. No, see, this is too slow. Just fucking throw it. Don't fuck around, dude. Three or bottom, okay? 3 or bottom, right now. This is what I'm thinking. If Lucian shows his face, I'm throwing the fish at him. Fish. Instantly. Instantly go for it. If you shut him down, you break open the map, you have to try. Immediate. Don't, as soon as you see him, try. Don't waste time. See how you hesitate? Hesitate, 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 hesitate. You can one-shot him. Now you finally throw fish. Too late. Just execute. Because there was 3 bottom, and they're going to rotate. He would have that Eve, though, for sure. Yeah, but you have to try to catch him. Because that's our window. Basically, the game is getting thinner. As the game gets thinner, we have to take more risks in order to get the game back. So, yeah, sometimes he's going to eat it. Sometimes he's not going to expect him to throw it. Sometimes, you know, and here's the thing. If you throw it and you miss, whatever, just reset because you got tower anyways. But not trying, we're not taking a power play. I mean, in all honesty, Sona should be moving up to, like, try to ult him too. But it's, you know, we're focused on this guy. Yeah, this was pretty risky. I'm pretty sure if Poppy had just, like, engaged, yeah. This is what I was scared of. No fish. This is just your team fighting without you having fish up. And the Shen, that was basically Shen's fault. Like, ulting in there is silly because you guys had overstayed. Like, you see how this all falls apart? You don't throw the fish right away. You take the tower and kind of float around. Then Sona gets caught because you guys floated around for so long. And then Shen's going to ult Sona. And then he's going to bait you into an even longer exchange when you don't have fish up. You missed fish, just let it go. Take a breather. Relax. Also, Tryndamere, again, isn't even up or able to push anything. Now we don't have wave clear, and this is where we get run over. And this is why I was saying the wave clear portion. Think about any other mid, you'd be able to do something. But without wave clear, you can't do shit. Can't keep the game afloat. And this is where we lose, basically. In a ranked environment, this is where we lose. Because now they have momentum on the map, and we can't stop them. Because no wave clear. Okay? That's pretty much that replay. I know that there's other aspects of this, but this is where the game is pretty much over, in my opinion. Because your entire team's behind. You have Tryndamere jungle. The only person that snowballed is you. Every other lane is ahead. Our windows were... We had more lane opportunity. We definitely could have come up with better laning phase because there's times where you went to like go to blue instead of pushing the wave in. There was times where like we got caught by an E for free for no reason, and also we roaming around the map for no fucking reason with no flash and no 6 was pretty bad. So there's lots of little things for us to work on. I don't want you to be like, oh, my team, my ranked 5 team. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you could do that could have definitely made this a match, I think. The flank issue where you went in top instead of below when you know that they're going to disengage out if you wanted to try to do a fight. Even that fight, though, when I think about it, it was going to be close because Lucian was pretty big there. The Veigar engage is thin without support from like Shen, without pushing from Tryndamere, and then this right here, not attempting to pick the Lucian right away. That was your... Basically, if you get that guy down, you could have opened the map for a little bit. It would have been hard to get him, but if you do get him, you can buy yourself another 10 minutes or so. And yeah, in terms of team comp, before I shut it down, your team comp made no sense, which because we're talking about a ranked or a fives game, we can definitely adjust that and just have your top lane play something, like I said, like a GP or something that can actually wave clear. That way, if you do happen to get fed as an assassin, you can swing down to bottom and then have the GP wave clear, just someone to wave clear for you. And then you can like go into the bot lane and pick off ADCs and people trying to farm. But what winds up happening is your guys' comp is just awful. It's kind of interesting to see ranked fives type of, or I keep saying ranked fives, but it's more just like fives because you're playing in a college thing. But like, it's a shitty comp because it doesn't do much of anything well. It can't split push well because you've got no wave clear. You can't assassinate well because you've got no wave clear. You can't win lane. None of your lanes are strong. The only lane that was strong was the bot lane, but since you have no jungle to support it, then nothing's going to happen there. Like, it was just a really messy composition. You have an assassin into Lulu, Lucian, which isn't going to work very often, and Poppy. So it just, there's a lot of little things that we could do better, okay? And it definitely starts with you, but there could also be team stuff too. So I hope this helps you guys. If you like the video, YouTube, like, subscribe, all that bullshit. It's Neace, no bullshit gamer, and I'm out. Peace, cracks. Thanks so much.